Hey, big kid. So I just got done with the client. I just got done doing a retightening. And when she got out of the bowl from me shampooing her hair, I thought I saw some on my teeth. I'm sorry. When she came from the bowl after I did her hair, I noticed it was more frizzy than normal. And I asked her, how often have you been wetting your hair? Like, I didn't even ask her what she's doing. I know, I could tell. And she told me she wets it almost every day. She sprays it, and I didn't ask what kind of spray bottle she has. The average person doesn't have one of those new continuous spray bottles. The average person got that old school trigger spray bottle that we use, okay? And we spray our hair until it's saturated, until it's not necessarily drippy wet, but wet till it doesn't look dry, okay? And I asked her why she does it, and she said because her hair looked dry naturally. So it made me think about all the people who I service and the difference in their hair textures and how they maintain their locks. I can tell what is happening, what you're doing too much of or not enough of when I look at your hair, because I understand hair. It's not about this technique. It's not about the tool I'm using. I'm trying to think of reasons that somebody might feel like I know or I can't really tell what's happening. I understand hair. I understand how hair feels. I understand what makes hair soft or hard. I understand that products will sit on the hair. I also understand that y'all love oil and water, okay? Now, everybody that had a science class at some point learned that oil and water don't mix, right? You have to have a carrier oil, and that's a whole other conversation. So imagine your hair has been secreting oils like it does every day. Imagine that you've put oil on it through the course of wearing the hairstyle. And then you decide your hair looks dry. Now, let's start with the fact that your hair looks dry even though you're putting oil on it, right? Why is that? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's because you're building on top of the oil that you've already put on the hair. The hair is not going to receive oil because it's not open to receive the oil. And I mean literally open. There are cells and they're like it's like the crust of the earth in your hair. If it's up, something's gonna fall through. If it's down, nothing's gonna fall through. If it's clogged, nothing's gonna fall through. So you have to remember, oil and water don't mix. So when you spray this water on your hair that's already oily, that's got all these different oils and chemicals and products on it that you probably used, okay? When you drop this water on it, it looks juicy. It looks really nice. It looks, it's glowing. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But over time, it's going to start to look dry again. It's going to start to look less wet, less juicy. That's because oil and water don't mix, period. There's nothing you can do to dry hair to make it work if it's got oil on it, period. It's nothing you can do. So I'm saying this to say that if you find that your locks look dry after how many weeks? We'll say 2-3 weeks. If you find that your locks look dry, what you need to be doing is shampooing your hair, not putting water on it. What you need to be doing is finding a bottle of shampoo, preferably one of the ones that I use on your hair in the salon, or whoever your loctician is or whoever your lock hair person is. You need to find a product that they use to clean your hair with and shampoo it. I mean, if you're afraid to shampoo your hair, go to the salon and have it done. But a little soap and water goes a long way. And I'm saying that because y'all love putting water in your hair. Stop spraying your hair every day. And another thing I keep forgetting to mention. Think about mold. How does mold develop? I'm going to give you a minute to ponder on it. Okay, your minute is up. Mold develops because of moisture, right? You have hair, which is essentially a fabric. And you're constantly moisturizing your hair, and you're going throughout the day, or you might even moisturize it right before you go to bed. You might moisturize it before you go to bed. All you're doing is setting your hair up to develop mold. For some people, it smells bad. For other people, it just starts to look dull, and it starts not to be as not, you see people with the locks getting combed out and you see all this nastiness in the lock. That's product buildup. That's skin being shed, and that's probably 9 times out of 10, if you spray your hair every day, mold. Okay. I'm going to need for y'all to stop spraying your hair. Whatever kind of spray, if it's that water spray, that flavored spray to make it smell good, it's one thing to do that. You know, it's one thing because you're trying to clean your scalp. You're using it as an astringent. You should be at the scalp when you're using something like that as an astringent. If you weigh out hairs falling on the hair, it's not doing what it's supposed to do or what you think it's going to do. Okay. And this is me speaking from my experiences with Locs and my experiences with products on Locs and water on Locs, because this water thing is out of control. I need y'all to understand that it's time to get a shampoo, period. If you find yourself having to wet it for you to be able to get your locks up and about, you need to be able to get it. You need to get a comb. Okay. And that's another post I have to do, but you're welcome.